right, Hamilton Heroes, wasn't that a great video to explain the idea of culture? So we are going to make our first entry into our science and social studies notebook. So we're going to go to the section that says culture and community. My tab is purple. So then, if we flip to that page, our first big idea is culture. So I want you to know I have scissors, I have glue, and then I have writing utensils. So I have pencils and I have crayons and colored pencils. I would suggest not using marker just because it will bleed through the pages. So we're going to write the word culture up at the top. So I'm going to take my green crayon, and if you need to stop the video to go get some writing utensils, go ahead and stop it now and then push play when you're ready. All right, so culture. Culture is spelled C-U-L-T-U-R-E, culture. Now I have already cut out my star statements here that define culture. I'm going to cut them out just a little bit more because I don't want them hanging over the edge of the notebook. Now you're going to notice that there are a couple blanks. So I'm going to take my glue, and if you use stick glue, make sure you get enough on there. If you use white glue, make sure you don't get too much and it'll bleed out, and then the pages will stick together. So I'm going to get that on there, and then I'm going to take my crayon. So culture, we learned from the video that culture is what a group of, what does culture have to do with? Is it about plants? No. Is it about animals? Well, sort of, but it's about people, isn't it? It's what a group of people have in common. So go ahead and fill in the word people. That's a good sight word to learn how to spell too. It's also the way a group of people lives. It's the way we live. Okay? Now there are different parts to culture that I'm sure you saw and remember in the video. So the bottom part of that paper I cut out, and some of the circles I cut out separately. I'm going to push my notebook up so you can see it. And some of the circles I left together. So you can decide how you want to do it. You definitely want it to be able to all fit on one page. So however you want to cut it out, notice that my circles are not cut out perfect. They don't need to be. This notebook is for me. No one else but me. And no one else but you. All right, so I have all 6 of some of the pieces to culture. So I'm going to go ahead and read these with you. Now, if you need to cut yours out, go ahead and push stop on the video and push play when you're ready again. So some of the pieces of culture are religion. Do you remember in the video? Some people, when you talk about religion, they think of the cross, but not everybody. Some people celebrate different religions or practice different religions. So I want you to draw something in this box that will help you think about what the word religion means. So I'm going to draw a cross because that helps me think about religion. But also, that might not be the only religion that people practice. Okay, then over here, I have celebrations. So as you learned in the video, not everything that we celebrate is what other cultures celebrate. For example, a lot of times, people celebrate birthdays, don't they? And they get gifts on their birthday. I'm going to try to draw a birthday cake with candles. Right? So draw a picture of a celebration that your family has, or something that will help you remember that one part of culture is celebrations. Okay. All right, another part of culture, find the word that starts with an L, is language. So, some groups of people, their language looks like this, but other people, their language looks more like symbols. Right? In the video, they talked about different ways to say hello, didn't they? Another piece of language is food. Find the circle that starts with an F, food. All right, so think about some of your favorite foods. I know right away when I thought about food, I thought of pizza with my sauce on there. Or maybe think about ice cream. I think I'm gonna get a double scoop. Okay. Another piece of culture is clothing. So I know part of our culture is maybe what we wear on our feet, right? Tennis shoes are pretty common. Also, whether we wear shirts or dresses, right? But the clothing we wear. And then the last piece, not that makes up all of culture, but the last one we're going to include on our notebook page is customs. They're just things we do that are in common. Like, for example, one of our customs here in America was to shake hands when you greet someone, right? But that's not always how you say hello. In other cultures, they bow when you greet someone. Also, in our in some people's cultures, it's very common to look people in the eyes when you talk to them. But in other cultures, if you look someone in the eye, that's actually that's not you being respectful. So different cultures have different customs. All right, now that I have a picture drawn on each one, I'm going to go ahead and get these glued down, and then this will be my resource for the rest of the year when I need to remember, what does culture mean? All right, so I'll go ahead and finish your notebook. Thanks for joining me today.